Is your ClickUp inbox exploding, your phone buzzing nonstop, and your browser notification just popping up like whack-a-mole? If you feel like you're drowning in pings from every direction, you are not alone. I see this with entrepreneurs and small businesses every single day. They're drowning in notification chaos, missing the stuff that actually matters, while getting pinged about the things that honestly could have waited. And we are going to fix that today. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Evie from Askyvi.com, and around here we are all about building businesses that run themselves so you can finally take the vacation without your phone buzzing every 5 seconds. But before we get started, what's your biggest ClickUp notification struggle? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and your question might just be my next video. Now let me tell you why cleaning up your notification actually matters, not just for your business, but for your sanity. Because every unnecessary ping costs you focus. And here's what most people do not realize. Science and research shows it takes 23 minutes to fully recover from an interruption. That quick little ding, that, ooh, something happened? That quick little ding just cost you 23 minutes just to get back into what you were doing. So here's what we're gonna accomplish today in this video. You're only gonna have one email. And I show you why it's just one email and no random pings, and how you still stay on top of things. Your phone notifications will be strictly communication, not every tiny task update. You won't have any more self-notification loops that make you feel just crazy busy. You'll have a dashboard-driven workflow that puts you in charge, not those notifications. How do we do that? Go into your ClickUp. I always prefer the browser. On the top right in the browser app, just go into your profile and your personal settings. Right in here, you will find in the left side menu your notification settings. And this is where we start. Simple enough, right? Let's start with our email notification settings right here in ClickUp. Because being productive means you should be working out of ClickUp, not out of your email. Don't get me wrong, I love my email too. I've used it as a to-do list way too long. We are going to change this. Let's build some new healthy habits. Going into your email first, you choose the custom notification setting in email, and then we set this specifically, and I want you to turn everything off. Everything. Yes, actually, we keep the sharing one on. When new spaces are shared with you, you get an email. Not a bad thing to have, but honestly, we also get internal app notification. You really don't need that. It hides in the bottom, turn that one off too. And then we go into our start and due dates notification setting right here in ClickUp. And the only thing for email, literally the only notification in your email that you are getting and that you need is a daily due date summary. My assigned tasks, I don't need everybody else's stuff, just my assigned tasks, and choose your time when you want that summary email. That summary email is going to tell you what's overdue, what's due, and what's upcoming, and only your tasks. Now, this means you get one beautiful organized email every single day. Schedule it at the start of your workday. So instead of that tidal wave of random pings throughout the day and your email being filled with stuff that you shouldn't be in there because you are working out of ClickUp, is gone. Your email inbox really stays clear, your brain stays calm, and you actually know what is important. Now there's one exception here. There is one exception. If you do not use ClickUp on your phone regularly, like I do, go ahead and turn on email notification for chat messages and mentions. I will walk you through this when we talk about your phone notifications. A work trend index has found employees using something like Microsoft 365 are interrupted on average every 2 minutes by meetings, by emails, by notifications, which brings us to 25%. Let me repeat this. 25% of the work week is being lost per employee to distraction, digital interruptions, and all these dinging based on an insightful lost focus report. So let me get you set up with ClickUp notifications that you really need and a process that still ensures you are on top of things and nothing is getting missed. So again, if you are not using ClickUp on your phone, follow the instructions that I'm teaching you about your phone notifications and set them up for your email. That way you won't miss when somebody mentions you and really needs your attention because you are not using your phone for those settings. And team leaders, please resist the urge to turn on task notifications. You'll see everything you need in the dashboard that I'll show you at the end of this video and in the daily roundup. Trust the system. Right away, before we dive into the other notification settings, is the auto watch setting. You can see it all the way on the bottom. Auto watch tasks I'm involved in. So what does that mean? That means when you create a task or a subtask, when you edit a task or a subtask, if this is turned on, you automatically are set as a watcher. Now, what does that mean? Let's take it over the edge a little bit. You are project manager and you assign all of the things and you set all of the things up, and now suddenly you're getting notified for everything you just handed off and delegated. That's what that means. You are still becoming a watcher if you are an assignee on a task. This means if this setting is on, if auto watch is on, anything you touch, you watch. So delegation becomes just a slew of notifications. So please turn this off. Now for your phone notification settings here in ClickUp that I already mentioned. Here's a quick heads up though. You can only change this through your browser or desktop, not on mobile. So make sure you're not trying to do this on your phone. Going into mobile, again, we are setting this to custom and then going into our phone notification settings right here in ClickUp. And as you can see, the overlaying idea here is that we use phone notifications as if ClickUp was a chat, or if ClickUp was just Slack channels. That is the overlaying idea here. So if you are not using ClickUp on your phone, turn these ones on in your email so that you get notified in your email as we would be on our phone. Now going in here is go through and find the comments with mentions or comments assigned to me. That's pretty much all we are going through, is looking at these task added to my priority. It's this notification of Askyvi, hey, I need you to do this, or these chat conversations that are happening through an mention in your comments or in any kind of the chat channels or in personal conversation. Go into your chat messages. When something happens in a thread you are following, when you get a message sent, when you get a direct message, when you are mentioned, again, all of these settings specifically here, do not turn these off. We don't need comments. We only need mention. Yes, when it's assigned to me. Resolved comments, that's fine. I do like seeing my reaction. So when I get a thumbs up, it's just as much a comment for me that says, hey, I got it. So I keep the reactions on too. Every kind of task management is turned off. We don't need start and due dates. We don't need any ClickUp's notification, any integrations, any list info. We really don't need those. I don't actually, honestly, don't use many reminders. If you use your reminders, I would turn those on too. Your phone really should only buzzing when somebody needs your immediate attention in ClickUp. Let's take a look at the browser notification. Honestly, does anybody use browser notifications? I really don't. I have them all off. Now, what you could do is browser notifications. As you can see, you need to actually allow them and get the notifications. I'll spare my browser for it. However, if you say, you know what, Evie, I actually do want to use browser notification, use it similar to your phone for direct messages, for mention and comments, and turn everything else off. Now here's a little pro tip that I use for other browser notifications that I do get. We use the Do Not Disturb on Mac, where we really just turn things off, and if it's ClickUp specific, you can mute your notification for certain time frames. So if you are deep in To Do and GSD, you can turn your notifications off. We need an easy way to go into ClickUp and know what I need to get done. Go again into the settings, more options, and then set default to me mode. That will allow you to have a list that we have set to due date. We do not group by list. We also set the locations on, so we show the task location within ClickUp as well as the parent name, so I know what's the project, what's the client, what's the work we are working on. And it shows me, because it is grouped by due date, what is overdue, what is happening today, what is coming tomorrow, and moving on from there. So this is how I easily can proactively manage my workload. Now, sometimes that goes out the window because something is being flagged as really urgent. That's where we have on Fire List, where it is grouped by priority with the same kind of view settings, and it moves all of the red flags to the top. So if somebody marks a task urgent, or you have automations running that marks your tasks at a specific data point as urgent right here in ClickUp, you now have an on fire list that ignores due dates and really just goes after priority. And you have your general planning of your My Tasks that is only set for you. And using these filters to really customize what you see and what works for you doesn't just show you those actionable tasks. It also hides complete tasks unless you need them for reference, and you can easily show them by adding that filter specifically for it. And it really gives you this focus on being proactive to your work. If you don't like it how I set these up, you can add other filters, you can add other grouping. Now here's what I want you to do. Try this system for just 1 week. Follow the best practices, stay out of your inbox, and be proactive here in ClickUp. I promise you, you'll be amazed at how much quieter and more focused your workday becomes. It's like switching from chaotic, noisy restaurant to a calm, organized, private table with a chef. And if this helped you get back your daily sanity and focus, hit that like button and subscribe for more systems that let you scale your business and actually chill. Because that's what we are all about, building businesses that serve your life, not the other way around. And if you found this helpful, go check out my full playlist on how to systemize your business, and I'll catch you in the next video.